What is up, Facebook? How are you guys doing? My tripod is kind of flimsy right now. Great. Means I gotta like get a screw and do all the things. So I got a good one for you before I put all this stuff away. I just wanted to give you some of my favorites at Trader Joe's. Who does not love Trader Joe's? Okay, so like my favorite thing to do, hi Shar, hi Shelly. What I really get excited about is Trader Joe's trips. I don't know what it is. It's like an ambiance. I'm an ambiance person. I feel at home. I like to look at the end caps and go, oh, what can I incorporate in? What's gonna be keto? They're always, if you go to like a Whole Foods or when you buy something that's kind of trending, like let me give just an example, coconut flour, been around for a while. Almond flour, been around for a while. It's only a matter of time before Trader Joe's manufactures it on their own and then it comes in at a better price. So then you feel like, I can buy all the things, like I'm big on veggies. All the vegetables already cut up and riced up is like my jam because all I gotta do is go whoop and start creating, right? Start creating a really good recipe. So with that said, I love Trader Joe's. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, I'm so sorry because Trader Joe's is friggin' life. Hi Valerie, hi brother. I know, so it's so worth the drive. I have a lot of people follow me from all over the country, right? And they're like, going on a Trader Joe's trip, what do I need? Here we go, load it up, right? Especially like some of the seasonings, which I didn't buy because I already have them. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna pull them out really quick. Oh my gosh, I can't find my chili lime seasoning. Where is it? Hold on, I'm on a live. Everybody's waiting for me to come back. I gotta get this on here for you guys. Hold on, talk amongst yourselves. I can't find my chili lime seasoning, kids. Can't find it. How have I even survived without it? Well, I did find everything but the bagel seasoning. And my chili lime seasoning is probably floating around on the countertop because I use it like every day. So the number 2 seasonings that are very different at Trader Joe's is the everything but the bagel and chili lime seasoning. Okay, so now as a coach, as a primal coach, primal keto coach, I really am gonna emphasize that I lead most meals with vegetables. And they're higher volume meals and they are delicious. I've really mastered it. I'm always creative and the options are endless. I was gonna say opportunity. I mean, there are opportunities. Why not? Okay, so number 1. It's so funny because my Trader Joe's has the same sample lady all the time. She's over there like, the Trader Joe's in Brea is amazing. Like they're always on the corner and there's a whole food area. Plus it has my name all over it. And I'm like, what's up? Because if you don't know, my name's Brea, but I live in Brea, same spelling. Anyways, she's always looking at me like, what is she doing now? Because she's right in between all the produce. So she literally sees me like ball out in the produce section. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. It's the best. It's so funny because people look at me like, I'm going to follow her around. Anyways, so if you are new, this is a huge tip, okay? If you are new to keto world or primal world, or I would just say keto world because usually that's what everybody's searching right now, crack slaw is your jam. And I have tons of crack slaw recipes. And what crack slaw is you're gonna have a meat and you're gonna have seasoning, but you're gonna cook it in green cabbage. And it's might sound weird at first, but it is life. Everybody loves it. So I load up on this. It's already cut up and it makes everything so easy to make. You have this huge plate of food that looks like pasta, but it's cabbage and it's delicious and it soaks in all the flavor. So this is a must-have staple, one of the easiest things to make. I make dinner in 5 minutes. I kid you not. I love my green cabbage. Broccoli, already cut up and organic for like $2 something. Heck to the yes. So I roast broccoli, I throw it in with meat. I'll even throw it in, I'll already have it cooked and throw it in with the crack slaw. There's so many different things you can do, but you really have to understand that you have to learn how to cook veggies. You got to learn olive oil, good quality olive oil, some seasonings, some herbs, and they're going to be amazing. Butternut squash. Okay, I do not care if you're like, oh my gosh, the carbs. Let me just tell you what was really high carbs. The freaking pasta you were eating, the pizza you were eating, those are massive carbs. The caramel crappuccino. Caramel crappuccino. Sorry, Starbucks, but it's the truth because seriously, there's 100 grams of sugar in it. It's insane. If you're gonna come in the keto police and go, oh my gosh, the carbs are too high, you know, if you are eating butternut squash and staying away from pasta and pizza and crappuccinos, you are winning. You are gonna lose. You are gonna, and this has tons of nutrients in it. Maybe don't eat 2 bags in one setting, but you're gonna be good. Okay, so what I love about butternut squash, it's sweet, it's savory. I will just cook it. I'll bake it with some basil. I make butternut squash spaghetti. Like, there's so many different things. I'll actually end up baking these two together so that it balances out the carb count. I have fresh basil, which I'll get into next. Adding that on there is amazing. So already having it cut up is because here, look. This guy will probably sit on this counter for a month because I'm like, ugh! Like, have you guys tried to cut one of these? If you've tried to cut one of these, you don't know if you're gonna live through it, right? Give me a heart if I'm right, seriously. I almost die every time I try to cut one of these. If you have tips, awesome, give them to me. I literally almost lose my life. Like, the knife flips up, and it almost lands on me. Be careful. This is your best friend if this is almost gonna kill you. Okay, so moving on. Oh my gosh. Riced cauliflower. Broccoli. Because they have riced cauliflower too. I didn't buy it today because I bought so many vegetables. Broccoli is delicious in itself, but the thing, when you have it riced, you can create some really good recipes with it. You just have to start learning when to substitute these things and how to cook them and how to make them. This, for example, is very easy to throw in a casserole dish or a pan with some meat sauce, and if you're gonna use a spaghetti sauce or a taco sauce or an enchilada sauce, it's gonna absorb all that flavor and you're gonna have this beautiful plate of food that is gonna help you get to your goals. Broccoli rice. And the price point on these, if you get this stuff already riced and cut up at Whole Foods, you're looking at $5 for each one. And this is like $1.99 at Trader Joe's. Don't quote me on that because I think I'm a baller at Trader Joe's, so I just smack it down in my cart. It makes me feel like a baller, you know? I'm not doing it at Nordstrom, I'm doing it at Trader Joe's. I'm like, boom, buy all the things. Yeah, okay, this one right here. Have you guys ever had Jicama fries? Learn to make Jicama fries. And if you have a Trader Joe's, you are welcome. Hello, pretty thing. So I actually make amazing cilantro, paprika, Jicama fries with jalapeno. They're so good. And basically I take these out, throw them on a pan, and throw some olive oil and roast those bad boys until they get a little crisp on them. So delicious. And I make it with a turkey burger. So, I just can't. But you can flavor it how you want to flavor it. All you have to do is lay it out on a pan. Thank you. Trader Joe's, seriously, like, having all this stuff already cut up and prepped it keeps you so on your plan, and it's affordable. So it is life. Okay, sliced mushrooms, my jam. I'm making a lot of things with sliced mushrooms right now. Yesterday, you guys, I did the egg bite recipe. Go back and watch it and just crush Starbucks. I kid you not, I crushed Starbucks egg bites like tenfold. They were so good, and I had a creamy mushroom like sauce in there, and they're very low calorie, more high volume. I had one with egg whites and eggs, and you can just do them with whole eggs if you want. So delicious. I love that they're already cut up because then I can just throw them in the pan and caramelize them. So easy. If you don't know how to caramelize mushrooms, You put a little bit of oil or butter and you just put them in the pan and the flavor just comes all out. It's so delicious. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I still have not mastered how to make these, but I do not care. Who loves artichokes? Give me a heart if you love artichokes. Have you ever gone to a place and just, you know, they have the artichoke hearts? And have you ever gone to a place that have just a whole plate of roasted artichoke hearts? If you are in California or Orange County, Olive Pit has roasted artichoke hearts that are to die for. I drool, I crave them. I'm going to, they're so freaking good. They're good. And when I go to a restaurant, you guys, I like pick it apart and figure out how to make it at home. So with that said, I don't want to get a million artichokes to get to the hearts. I don't, like, that's not ever going to happen. So Trader Joe's in the frozen section has artichoke hearts. Don't get too excited because I have to figure out how to make these. They taste very tart. I have to figure out how to make them like Olive Pit that I just talked about. But if you know what you're doing with artichoke hearts and how to make artichokes, these are lifesavers. How hard is it to get to the artichoke heart? How did they even do this? Do they have special machinery that's like... Anyways, I'm clearly super excited about that. Cottage cheese, good price, just one of my staples. I don't do a lot of dairy. Cottage cheese works for me. I love cottage cheese. Okay, tuna, simple, inexpensive, in water. This is my favorite coffee out of all the coffees. So you guys will see me do lots of lives on different coffees. I like to make my own coffees with my own flavors. And this is the most, like, it's medium roast Colombian coffee. It's the most bland that I could work with. I absolutely love, like when I open it, I smell, it's delicious. So this is my favorite coffee. They have quite a few. That is my favorite one. Liquid organic stevia. You will never see me buy plain organic liquid stevia because that's what I would buy. If I buy stevia, I buy liquid organic stevia, just so you know. This is the plain one. This is like $4 something. This would be like $15 anywhere else. So Trader Joe's, love them. Always have. Huge staple. You put it in your coffee, you put it in your yogurt. You can flavor so many things and make them sweet. In keto world, you can't have sugar. This is your way to have a sweet taste without spiking your insulin. If you've been doing keto for a while, you understood exactly what I just said. If not, just let it go over. Okay, don't get too excited about this section. Just don't. But I'm going to be real honest with you. I eat all the things. 99.5%, maybe even more percent of the time. I am so addicted to my healthy foods, you can't steer me away from them no matter what. I love them. I've learned how to create them and crave them. They're so good. Now, if I do want a treat, I don't want to do this whole like crazy sugar treat. It'll shock my body. Maybe I should because it'll shock my body, but I don't want to have that. So Trader Joe's has these 1 bars, and some people have these every day on keto, and they're probably not getting where they want to go. They will cause cravings. If I know I can have something like this chopped up in a yogurt or something like that, like I'm very strategic with it, then I can have a little crunch, and that's not going to throw me out. Does that make sense? So I use it, like I have a whole plan when I'm going to have this, and I make sure it's out of sight, out of mind. You can see there's one. Right? With that said, what? They have almond butter cups? When did this happen? It just happened because I know every time Trader Joe's releases something, I'm like, little, like, I'm not a stalker, but I 100% stalk Trader Joe's. Like, I absolutely do. I know everything they're releasing. Anyways, what I'm going to tell you is that this is not keto. But it's not the worst chocolate you can have. So yes, chop it up, cut it up, and put it in something keto and enjoy yourself. If it's a trigger food, that's part of my coaching. That's a whole different thing. But if this triggers you to eat the whole thing at once, you're not ready to have this in your environment. Okay, but that's a whole coaching tip I'm just going to give you right there. We're moving on from that. I also got these. You know, I live here with Maggie, so basically I can try something on the weekend and then just make sure she handles it, her and Kylie. I like to do that with them. Anyways, blueberries are my jam. So berries on keto are okay. They're loaded with antioxidants. I do not get crazy with my carb count. I'm pretty familiar at what I need and don't need. And I want nutrient-dense food over everything. I want more high-volume foods because if I have a goal, I need to be at a deficit. And a deficit's more important than eating explosives and weird stuff. So I basically take a little of these. I nuke them in the microwave. I don't have to add anything to it. And it absolutely like adds like a little syrup onto like a Greek yogurt or something like that. With that said, Greek yogurt, my jam. You guys are probably, make sure you get non-fat plain. Greek yogurt has probiotics, so I am sensitive to dairy, but this is doing more for my gut health than anything else. I have 0%. You guys can do 2%, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. These right here, somebody's asking about. They're ruby cacao wafers, okay? I would absolutely have to watch the serving size, right? But they have cacao butter in it. I've already tasted them, they're delicious. So you just have to know what to do with them. I would sprinkle just a few pieces on a Greek yogurt and then I remove it from my environment, but just having that little crunch works, and I only do that on the weekend, like on Saturday. I have it planned out when I'm gonna have something like that. So I would probably have a little of this on Greek yogurt and the carbs are gonna stay pretty low, and it keeps me from wanting the cake or anything else that everybody else is doing. Those are just some coaching tips for you. Fresh herbs all the time. These get chopped up, cut up, and they go in all these veggies, and that's what makes my life sane. This is why I love this food, because when you learn how to use these, all of these become heaven. You just got to know what you're working with. Also, jalapenos, chop them up, roast them. So I'm either going for more of a Italian taste bud or a Mexican taste bud. I switch it up that way. Green onions, cilantro, like this is the key to making all this happen, you guys. Honestly, it really is. This is also a rare thing I do on the weekend, this gnocchi. It is delicious. It does have potato starch in it, but you could stay low carb enough and really just get a texture. Honestly, they're just so delicious. I figure out how I'm gonna fit them in, and it only happens once a week. So that's what I do. If you are new to keto and you are a pasta lover, if you love pasta and that is your hang up and you cannot imagine your life without pasta, you eat this every day, because you not having pizza or pasta and having this instead, you are gonna shock your body and absolutely lose. Now, where I'm at with my plan, where I eat all this all the time, I keep this for a rare treat. You have to understand, you need to know where you're at. Meet yourself where you're at. This over regular pasta all day long. Okay, you're good to go. Here's a little doggy tip, because you know Mars part of the community. She's part of the community. She has decided that. These mint bones are so good when you they like taste like peppermint. I love them, and her breath smells like peppermint, and it's delicious. So I love these, you guys. Also, I just got her these this morning, and they're grain-free dog treats, peanut butter and banana. I mean, I don't know if it's just because I can smell the banana and I'm not used to eating bananas, but I kind of want my dog's dog treat. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't care. And honestly, the ingredients, I probably can. There's chickpeas, peanut butter, sugar cane, coconut flour, dehydrated bananas, sunflower. Like, I could actually eat this if I wanted to. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna give Trader Joe's a huge shout out. You humans, you can eat these. I mean, don't eat dog food, but whatever. Lemons, always a staple. Absolutely love lemons, detoxifying, cook with them. Avocados, of course, you guys should know this already. Keto, avocado life. You see here, there's no cheese here. There's a reason, because avocados are my life. Am I forgetting? I have organic meat, so I always have, today I already have a lot of meat, so I have ground turkey over there, but either stock up at Costco, which I did not want to do a Costco trip today, or just go to Trader Joe's and get yourself some organic meats. And there was one thing I was missing. Oh, bone broth. I always add bone broth. So like bone broth with this is actually going to make it tender, and then all the different nutrients, the electrolytes from the bone broth are so delicious, and the bone broth's affordable at Trader Joe's, so I don't have to sit here and throw my own bone broth together. The crock pot is always like a big mess. So, woo! Hope that was helpful. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. If this is helpful, make sure you share it. If you have a Trader Joe's, learning to make your veggies amazing, go to Trader Joe's and just ball out, add the things, throw them on the pan, grill them in oil, learn how to make your veggies, and you will get to where you want to go. All right, I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. Goodbye.